We begin this Labor Day weekend with David Pogue and a workplace topic on the minds of many these days: artificial intelligence.
Programs like ChatGPT use artificial intelligence to do thinking or writing or creating for us. Write a memo about laying off 10% of our company. Dear team, I need to share some very difficult news, blah, blah, blah. Summarize previous lawsuits about security deposit disputes. And there are the lawsuits. Mock up 3 box designs for our new Placky toothpaste. And about 30 seconds later, boom. I mean, pretty amazing, but also a little terrifying. I mean, what happens to the people who used to do those jobs?
I've applied to probably over 100 jobs in the past, 6 months, and none of them are landing.
Olivia Fair graduated 4 years ago. She's had a series of short-term jobs. One was in TV production, transcribing interviews.
But now they don't have a bunch of people transcribing. They have maybe one person overseeing all of that and AI doing the rest, which I think is true for a lot of entry-level positions. And it can be a really useful tool for those people doing that work, but then there's less people needed.
This is a tough year. Job postings have declined year over year by 6.7%. Younger job seekers, specifically those who are recent grads, are having a harder time finding work.
Laura Ulrich is the Director of Economic Research at Indeed, the job listings website. The decline in jobs for recent grads seems to correlate with the rise of AI.
Yes.
Is there a cause and effect?
I think there is a cause and effect, but it's maybe not as significant as a lot of people would think. If you look specifically at tech jobs, job postings are down 36% compared to pre-pandemic numbers. But that decline started happening prior to AI becoming commonly used.
Wow, so if it wasn't AI that caused this decline, what was it?
There was a real hiring boom in tech and in some other sectors, right, in kind of the 2021, 2022 time period, post-pandemic job boom. And so quite frankly, I think some companies overhired.
The uncertain national situation doesn't help either. Tariffs, taxes, foreign policy.
Some other people have used the analogy of like driving through fog. If it's foggy, you slow down a bit, but if it's really foggy, you pull over. And unfortunately, some companies have pulled over to sit and wait to see what is going to happen.
That sounds a little more nuanced than the headlines, which make it pretty clear that AI is coming for our jobs. I mean, are we all just going to wind up as sedentary, idle blobs like in the movie WALL-E?
Well, then what do you want to do?
I don't know. Something.
Wow. I read today an interview where a guy said, by 2027, we will be jobless, lonely, crime on the streets. And I said, how do I take the other side of that bet? Because that's just not true. I'm sure of that. It's the subject of every lunch conversation.
David Otter is a labor economist at MIT.
My view is, look, there's great potential and great risk. I think that it's not nearly as imminent on either direction as most people think.
But what it does seem to do is relieve the newcomers, the beginning incoming novices we don't need anymore.
This is really a concern. And judgment, expertise, it's acquired solely. It's acquired through immersion, right? How do I care for this patient or land this plane or remodel this building? And it's possible that we could strip out so much of the supporting work that people never get the expertise. I don't think it's an insurmountable concern, but we shouldn't take for granted that it will solve itself.
So let's cut to the chase. What are the jobs we're going to lose?
We analyzed 2,800 specific skills, and 30% of them could be at least partially done by AI.
So 70% of job skills are not currently at risk of AI?
Right, in its current form.
So, which jobs will AI be likely to take first? Most of it is jobs sitting in front of a screen. Software coding, that's a big one. Accounting, copywriting, translation, customer service, paralegal work, illustration, graphic design, songwriting, any kind of information management. As David Otter says,
what will market demand be for this thing? How much should we order? How much should we keep on stock?
AI will have a much harder time taking jobs involving empathy, creativity, or physicality. Healthcare, teaching, social assistance, mental health, police and fire, engineering, contracting, construction, wind and solar, tourism, the trades like plumbing and electrical. And don't forget about the new job categories that AI will create.
A lot of the work that we do is in things that we just didn't do, 50 or 100 years ago. All this work in solar and wind generation, all types of medical specialties that were unthinkable.
So you can't sit here and tell me what the new fields and jobs will be.
No, right? We're bad at predicting where new work will appear, what skills it will need, how much of it there will be.
But based on what you've studied and the history of labor, you can say it's likely that there will be something new.
There will be new things, absolutely.
So it sounds like you don't think we are headed to becoming a nation of people who cannot find any work or spend the day on the couch watching Netflix.
No, I don't see that. Of course, people will be displaced, certain types of occupations will disappear, right? People will lose careers. That's going to happen. Okay, but we might actually get much better at medicine. We might figure out a way to generate energy more cheaply and with less pollution. We might figure out a better way to do agriculture that isn't so land intensive and so ecologically intensive.
Whatever's going to happen will likely take a while to happen. The latest headlines look like these. Few signs that the tech is taking jobs. AI hasn't taken your job. May not steal jobs after all. Until then, Laura Ulrich has some advice for young job seekers.
The number one piece of advice I would give is move forward. So whether that is getting another job, getting a part-time job, finding a postgraduate internship, reach out to the professors that you had. They have a whole network of former students, right? Reach out to other alumni who graduated from the school you went to or majored in the same thing you majored in. It might be what gets you a job this year.
So far, Olivia Fair is doing all of the above. So you're interested in creativity and writing and production. So let me hear as a human your pitch why you'd be better than AI doing those jobs.
Okay. I'm a person and not a robot.